Okay, so welcome to the first algorithms and data structures sample solution video. In these videos we'll be going through essentially the worksheet for the workshop and maybe some other bits and pieces that might be useful that you might find you'd like to go back to or have for reference. Some of the main ideas are going to be about all the sample solutions for each of these programming problems. And we'll go through in short videos, hopefully, to each problem to kind of get that, so you can jump directly to the bit that you might be stuck on. And we'll be kind of going through what's important about each solution, rather than necessarily just giving you the file with a solution that that you might imagine is the best possible. Okay, so we'll jump into it. The first workshop, we've essentially got it's about getting onto the servers and making sure you're back up to speed with C. So let's jump right into it. The first programming exercise is just to upload this program to the servers. So if you're on Windows, we'll be using MobaXterm. If you're on anything else, you can use a terminal, so terminal in Mac OS X or bash in most Unix, whatever you like to use, and a FTP system. So for example, FileZilla is the one I'll be showing here because it works on both Unix and Mac. But yeah, it could be either. You could use CyberDuck as well for Mac OS, but not Unix. Alright, so let's jump right into it. So first of all, we have to connect to the server. So we create a new session, we select SSH, we type in the name of the server we want to connect to. So let's do dimefox.eng.unimail.edu.au. Specify the your username, and all the rest of the settings should be okay. It'll normally ask you for your password. Type that in, press enter. It won't show up because that's a Unix convention for security purposes, but that should be fairly straightforward, hopefully. Okay, so let's change directory into where we'll be uploading to. In MobaXterm, you can click this follow terminal folder and it'll follow where you are. So we'll just move into somewhere that we can just work with. So I'll just make a new directory called WS2 for workshop 2, and we'll move into there. Okay, so ls is just list and shows that we've got it shows what's in that folder. Sometimes this doesn't follow along, so we'll just quickly get there. Okay, cool. So now what we'll do is upload the hello world, which is the first actually I'll put that in here. The first problem in the notebook, just this one. Okay, so we'll put that in 1.1.c and put that straight in. So in case you haven't, you need a bit of a refresher on C, this copies in this file called stdio.h and just puts it in place here. Int is the return value, the return type rather. So here it's 0. Main is the entry point into your program when you link everything together. Int argc, int rather, this first argument to main is the number of arguments to your program. Argv is a list of those those actual arguments, the strings. Printf buffers in this text and then prints it out at some point, and return 0 says the program exited successfully. Okay, so we'll save that, and then I'll just grab that and open up the folder. Oops. Actually, I'll navigate there. Okay, cool. So this is where it is. So all we have to do on MobaXterm is just drag and drop, and that should do it. And if we look at what's in that folder now, there's 1.1.c, and now do the same thing with FileZilla. Okay, so now there's nothing in that folder, and we have to connect into that. So we open up the site manager, and I guess we'll call this nutmeg. You can use either nutmeg or dimefox, they're the same. So we'll put in nutmeg.eng.unimel.edu.au. We can leave the port empty, it'll fill in whatever for us. And then we do normal, put in your student username, then your password, and then click either OK or connect. We'll just click connect for now. This will come up. We should be okay to trust this. Okay, so there we go. Over this side we've got the server, and over this side we've got our local directory. Okay, so we were in teaching, COMP20003, 2018, workshop 2, and we drag and drop, and that's transferred over. Cool. So we'll refresh that, or list here, and we see that's it. Okay, cool. So that's on the server. The next part of this exercise is just compiling it. So we use GCC for compiling. We use -w all to get all warnings. We use -o to change the output file name. So we'll change the output file name to 1.1, and the input file that we want to put in as text is 1.1.c. And that should compile. Then we do 1.1 hello one. Alright, so that's the first exercise, how to connect to the server, all of that good stuff.